Hi, I'm Melinda Bessanides, Diamond Beachbody Coach. I often get asked how to prepare clean meals and how to eat healthy throughout the week when people have very, very busy schedules where they're rushing out the door in the morning or have activities in the afternoon with their kids, such as sporting events, and then they come home and they don't have time for dinner, so they grab a pizza or fast food on the way home. So I wanted to take a few minutes and show you briefly my meal prep and snack preparation that I do every Sunday. So I start with a meal plan, and it looks something like this, and it has my breakfast, my snacks, my lunch, my dinner, all through the week. I take about an hour and a half to 2 hours on Sunday, and I wash, chop, bag, prepare everything. Like I said, it's about an hour and a half to 2 hours on Sunday, but it saves me a ton of time through the week, and it's less that I have to think about. When I get hungry, I just open the fridge, grab a snack that I've prepared that's already bagged, and I don't have to worry about opening the pantry and be tempted with cookies or something that would derail everything that I've been working for that week. So let me just go briefly through what I have going on this week. I typically cook a huge batch of oatmeal. My son and I have oatmeal every morning. So I go ahead and I make probably about 6 to 8 cups of that, depending on what I have. And then I put it into these Tupperwares. And then every morning I scoop out a half a cup for myself. And to my oatmeal, I add a half a cup of organic fresh blueberries, a tablespoon of flaxseed, a tablespoon of wheat germ, which I'm actually out of at the moment, a half a cup of almond milk, and a scoop of protein powder. The almond milk and the protein powder help to make the oatmeal sweet, so you don't need to add sugar or agave nectar or anything like that additionally to it. I have that every morning, so it's pretty easy just to scoop everything and go. As far as snacks go, I have a wide variety. I try to pair all my snacks to have a carb and a protein and a healthy fat if needed. One of my favorite go-to snacks is chopped veggies. So I just chop whatever I have on hand. This happens to be celery and carrots and bell pepper, and then I measure out 2 tablespoons of hummus in these little containers. So I just have all of my bags and my hummus stacked up in the fridge so I can just grab and go when I'm ready. The hummus that I like the best is the Sabra Supremely Spicy hummus. There's also a 3-pepper hummus that's really good as well. Let's see, another go-to snack I have is an apple and either peanut butter, or in these small containers again, or an apple and 14 almonds. I also like to have strawberries and cashews, and I do the same thing. I would just bag up the strawberries that I need with the cashews, and it's easy just to grab and go, throw in my purse or in my backpack, whatever I'm doing that day. While I'm chopping my vegetables on Saturday or Sunday, I also, sometimes I have leftovers, and I will just chop up like a bag of onions, a bag of peppers. I like to throw these in an egg white omelet sometimes. Or, you know, if I just need a quick fix to throw something in at dinner, that way that it's already chopped and washed, I just have to cut it up and throw it in. Let's see, what other snacks? Oh, my new go-to favorite snack are these tuna pouches. They come in a 4-pack here, and these little thin little pouches I can just throw in my bag and go. They have 18 grams of protein and only 80 calories. I usually chop up some celery for a little bit of crunch, throw it in, and I am good to go. Let's see, what else for snacks? If I just want a quick snack, or I want lunch and I'm out on the go, I can bring a Shakeology packet with me. I have a variety of flavors to choose from. I usually just take these pouches and my shaker cup, throw it in the bag, and instant lunch. This beats fast food drive-through any day. Let's see. I think that's it for my snacks. Oh, no, that's not it. I do hard-boiled eggs. I have these boiling here on the stove. I usually cook 1 to 2 dozen and just leave them in a Tupperware on the stove, in the refrigerator. And it's a great source of protein after a workout, or in the morning if I want a quick breakfast, I can just grab and go. For dinners, I usually plan out to have 2 or 3 chicken dinners and then some turkey dinners. A favorite that we've been doing is the Turbo Fire chili in the crock pot. I can throw all that in on Sunday or Monday night, portion it out again in Tupperwares like this, and then I can have it for the entire week, or a couple meals throughout the week. For chicken dishes, if I'm gonna just have baked chicken, sometimes I will take a large gallon-sized Ziploc bag. I'll throw the chicken in some type of marinade, a low-fat Italian, or whatever dry seasonings I want, and then bake that on Sunday, chop it up for wraps or salads, or leave it whole if I need it for a dinner, if I want a chicken breast. Also for dinner, which makes it super fast and easy, are these Success Boil in a Bag rice pouches. It takes 10 minutes. You just drop it in and go. I usually start that in the beginning of dinner, and by the time we're ready to sit down, that is ready. So that tells you it only takes me about 10 minutes to get ready for dinner. Another thing that I like to do is, as silly as this sounds, open a can of black beans, put it in the Tupperware, and put it in the fridge. Because I often throw black beans on salad or in a chicken dish, and like I said, it takes less than a minute to open a can of beans, but it's even quicker to open the Tupperware and scoop out what you need. So these are just little tips, kind of like, the onions and peppers that I talked about. Anything that you can prepare ahead of time makes life so much easier in the day-to-day. Let's see what else. For dinner and lunches, I love spinach salad. So I get a big tub like this, and also frozen vegetables. I was buying fresh vegetables, but sometimes I was finding that I don't eat them fast enough, so they were going bad, and I hate to waste food. So I buy the frozen versions and just take out what I need as I need it and go. The oatmeal is done. For lunch, I skipped over lunch, so let me go back to that real quick. Every day I have my Shakeology. Usually after my workout, it's a great post-workout meal. It has all the vitamins and nutrients and protein and healthy fats and whole foods, superfoods that you need for the entire day. This is a whole meal in itself, meal replacement shake. And I like to bulk it up a little bit, so I usually add 1 to 2 tablespoons of natural peanut butter. I like ripe bananas, so I put in my extra ripe banana. Usually just half a banana, and then I put ice and a cup of almond milk. And I think that is about it. So a few tips that I wanted to share is when I get home and I'm ready to do all this stuff, I've kind of got it down to a science to do it all in a specific order. So I know that the chicken is going to take 30 to 45 minutes depending on the size of the breast. So I typically will wash the chicken, put it in the bags, season it, throw it in the oven, because that's going to take a good amount of time. The eggs take about 20 minutes, so about halfway through that, I'll get those started, or I'll even get them started right away. The same with the oatmeal, because I can cook that, and when it's done, I can turn it off, leave it on the stove to cool, and then put it in containers at the end. So after I have started the chicken, the eggs, and the oatmeal, I typically take all of my fruits and vegetables that need to be washed. I put them in the strainer in the sink, wash them all, and chop them all. I do it all together at the same time, so I don't have to keep going back and forth and back and forth. So once everything's washed, and I spread it out on the counter, chop it up, bag it up, and move on to my hummus and opening things like the blackberry or the black beans and all the little things like that that just take a few minutes. So I also like to do this with an empty dishwasher. So after I'm done with dishes, I can just throw them in there and not have to wash a million dishes at the end. So those are my tips for you. Also, a cooler bag, anything that you can take with you on the go that holds all of your snacks. You know, I typically use just a small little lunch tote, and if I have something that needs to be cold, I'll throw in an ice pack, and I always bring my shaker cup with me. What else? I think that is it, all my tools. I have my blender if I am going to be traveling, or when I was at work. I do have this smaller blender that sits on my desk, and I find it very helpful. Doesn't take up too much room, it's not too noisy. I was able to do it in my office and not disturb anyone else. So that is a great alternative to lunch in the office. I think that is it for today, so I hope that you found these tips and tricks to be helpful. I do ask that if you have any questions, please contact me. I will put all my information at the end of the slide. Thank you.